you in order for us to do them. I might ask you a question, something like, name me something that you might find in the trunk of your car, other than a dead hooker. I might ask you something like, what's your favorite color? I might ask you, what's something you might buy at Walmart in the wee hours of the morning when you're drunk? Anything like that.
Burger.
Good answer. All right, tonight's show is called Double Down because you're going to get a double dose of improv. We have another team that's going to open the show up for us tonight. Bring up Project Improv.
Improv troupe. But what we're going to do, which with that is we're going to do something a little bit more spaced out, a little bit more, I don't know, I can't think of adjectives right now.
Theatrical.
Ooh, theatrical, okay, anyway. But what we're going to do, we're going to start it out with a quick game to warm things up a little bit. This game's going to be called Director. So I'm going to go ahead and let the director come out and kind of talk to you about this. So let's get this thing started, all right?
Hey!
Evening, one and all. I am your director. My name is Matt Schaff. Starting tonight, we are going to have a scene that's never been seen before, ever. But we need a name of that movie first. Can I get a name from the audience?
No. Wrong train.
The Long Train. Can I get 2 improvisers up, please? Now, the way this is going to work is we're going to run through this scene, but there might be a little bit more. Like in a movie, we're going to run through a couple takes. So first, we're going to run through The Long Train on its own. Are you ready? Begin.
Baby, are you sure we didn't miss our stop? We've been on this train for so long.
No, I've been listening. It's fine. Just enjoy the scenery, you know?
I'm just afraid. Oh my God, we're in California.
Right. Is that not where we're supposed to be?
No, we were supposed to stop in Oklahoma. Oh my.
Oh.
How long have I been sleeping for?
Like 8 hours? I don't know. I thought you needed your REM cycle.
Oh, well, this is a disaster.
Oh, there you go. It's always a disaster. Like, oh, you worked in Monroe. What a disaster. You went to California. What a disaster.
Well, I mean, we're going to miss my sister's wedding.
Oh.
You didn't want to go to the wedding.
No, I totally want to go.
You did not want to go to the wedding.
I love weddings.
I thought this was I thought you gave me Advil. You gave me sleeping pills.
Welcome to Prince Valiant. Two dreams. You didn't have a headache, did you?
Next up, Sacramento, where new dreams and lives are formed.
You hear that?
Yeah, that voice, it sounded really pleasant.
I know, I want to hear that voice again.
After that, San Francisco, where even more lives and dreams are formed.
I'm getting excited just to hear it.
Oh my
Both
God.
locations much warmer than Oklahoma.
I like this guy.
All right, guys. The scene was good, but I feel like we need a little bit more direction. I feel like to appeal to the international market, we might need some accents for our 2 improvisers up here. What is an accent for Joey we could take on?
Klingon.
Yes! Brilliant! That's brilliant! And what is an accent we could take for Jenny?
Russian.
What was that?
Russian.
Russian, yes. Klingon and Russian. Yes, let's go with this. And Russian. Make the magic happen.
I think we've been on this train for too long. Listen to me. I think we've been on this train for too long. Look outside.
Yeah.
This is not Iowa.
No, it's California.
You never wanted to go to the wedding, did you? Don't you say that to me! I came to this country for a better life, to go to Iowa! And now here we go to what is this, California? I should have never married you! Never! My mother said never meet a man who speaks Klingon! Well, I think the same about you!
Stop. Sacramento. Much nicer place than wherever you were probably heading.
I like that Sean Connery director.
Doesn't sound so pleasant.
After that, I'm in San Francisco, where I once slept with a hooker.
All right, guys, this movie's getting big. It's getting very big. But I feel like we need more depth as a character. For example, like, say for instance, like Joey was on a horse or he couldn't stop running in place. What's something physical that Joey could be doing during this whole scene?
Being chased by a swarm of bees.
Yes, bees. That's brilliant, brilliant. And Ginny, what could Ginny be doing?
Shedding her skin.
Steady, gosh.
I think we have been on this train for too long.
I don't think so.
Don't look outside. You look at me and you look outside. Don't look at the bees, look at me. Mind the bee, what kind of man are you? You can't take bees. I think we have...
I can see your jaw! All of your jaw!
This is the woman you married. This is the woman.
Oh, they're back! They're back!
You come here and you face life like a man. My mother told me. She said never marry someone who can't fight bees.
And stop, Sacramento. Somewhere pretty great. You don't have asthma.
I like the sound of that.
This voice, it sounds so pleasant.
I don't mind the bees in your nasty face.
Should we go? Should we go to Sacramento?
Oh, God.
Can you peel my back?
San Francisco, where whatever you're into is cool.
All right, guys. Well, I know our actors are tired, but we have one more thing to do. We need a push. We need a genre for a movie to really appeal to the audience. So something like horror, comedy, Disney, musical. What's something we can do? Anime. Let the anime begin.
I think we have missed the train. What kind of man are you? Can't take bees.
I'm moving the bell, guys. Your skin's still coming off. Gross.
Taking so much of my skin. Pow, 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 pow.
Anyway.
I don't think we are in Iowa.
Is that where we're supposed to be going?
Oh! Wait. My mother, light bulb.
I have an idea.
I have an idea.
I think we're going to California instead.
But now we would miss my sister's wedding.
Oh no!
Yeah. Got a breath from the. Yeah. Okay, no trains in this next bit.
All right, next thing we're going to do for you guys is called an Armando. It's a long form, meaning it's a longer piece built of a single suggestion from you guys. The Armando was invented by Armando Diaz in Chicago with the mecca of improv going on up there. And it's a form in which we're going to tell you a combination of true, real-life stories from each of us based on your suggestions, and then based on those true, real-life stories, and play that through. So I need a suggestion of anything at all from you guys to start us off.
Animals.
Animals. Thank you. Animals, guys.
Animals. Animals. That makes me think two things. One is actual animals, and the other is the animals that you meet out at bars and parties, which makes me think of college. So I remember one night I was a sophomore in college, and by this point I had grown pretty tired of the free frat scene. I was never in a fraternity because I didn't want to pay for friends. Sorry to offend anybody that was in a fraternity. But I did go to all the free parties because there was free booze. And sophomore year, I go out and a bunch of buddies of mine were in a fraternity called SAE. Now, if you've ever been to a fraternity party that you're not a member of that fraternity, you know that you're not supposed to be at that party. Because everyone at that party reminds you that you're not supposed to be there. Now, I thought that I was safe because I knew a bunch of guys in the fraternity. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go have fun, see some buddies and drink some booze. Now, what I didn't know was that the 4 guys that I knew were cool with it, the rest of the 30, 40 guys that were there were not. So, the entirety of the evening, it was, hey bro, who you here with? Just some friends, you know. You pledging? No, I'm not pledging, I'm just here visiting some buddies. Oh, okay, which ones? Well, that guy, that guy, that guy. All right, cool. And then walk off. Now, that's not so bad if it happens once, twice, 3 times. Once you hit number 20, you start getting a little frustrated. So by number 20, I was not only mad and frustrated, I was also quite inebriated. So it turned into, hey bro, you're none of your business, which does not go over well with a house full of fraternity boys. So I continued to drink and continued to shout my indifference to their fraternity rules. And the next thing I knew, I had about 6 guys throwing me down a flight of stairs, which is not as fun as it sounds. I then left the party in the pouring rain, walked back to an old dorm of mine, rallied a bunch of guys at the dorm. I was like, you know what, guys? We're going to go back there and give them a piece of our mind. I'm tired of this. We'll go to whatever party we want. And it was a huge, inspiring Spartacus moment. And then I passed out. That's what I think of animals.
Welcome to the first meeting of the Babysitters Club. We're so glad you could make it.
I'm really excited.
I can tell. I'm Christy.
I'm Maggie.
Maggie. Well, I've seen you around school, and tell me about your babysitting experience.
I've never sat a baby.
You've never sat a baby?
No, but I've sat like larger, older children.
Okay. All right.
Like tons of them. Like all the time.
How old are we talking about?
60.
You call a 60-year-old a baby? And you think that's okay?
Is it not?
You think we call this the Senior Citizen Sitters Club? No. This is the Babysitters Club.
Yeah! I don't want you to sit me!
What's that tiny thing?
Relax, relax. This is our animatronic baby that we use for practice.
think I do either. I thought this was like watching young elderly people. Like 70.
Do you want to touch our robotic baby or what?
I just wet myself!
Who you here with, bro? My mom. She's cute. Yeah, she's okay. Just checking some stuff out. It's a nice mall you got here. You want to know who I'm here with? Sure.
Hey, why don't you introduce me to your friend?
He's gonna tell me who he's here with.
Hey!
Not sure which question to answer first. Who I am, or...
This is random guy at the mall, Mom.
Hi!
My name's Chaz.
This is Chaz.
Here with my sister.
Hey, Chaz.
Hi.
Where's your sister?
My sister's Bethany. She's right over here.
Yeah. No one there.
Looking at Hot Topic clothes.
It's a nice Ben for Pedro t-shirt.
You told me that you were going to find a couple. Each of us were going to find someone here at the mall.
Hey, that's cool, because I think you're kind of hot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, Junior, why don't you go try on some of those thongs over there?
Hey,
So,
I'm a part-time graphic designer. Part-time surfer.
I'm a retired seamstress. No, it's not at all.
It is to me. I got a lot of sweaters.
Well,
Yeah.
I can patch those up for you.
That's not. I can't help but wonder what I'm hearing behind me.
You're not missing anything.
You don't look like you belong at Gamblers Anonymous.
I look like a little Gamblers Anonymous. You look like you belong to Gamblers Anonymous.
I bet you $5 she doesn't belong at Gamblers.
You are a cool sponsor.
She just doesn't look like the type. She can grab a coffee.
I'm sorry, this is just very judgmental. I'm definitely a gambler. I have a gambling problem. Okay?
Fine. What's your name?
My name is
I bet it's
Tiffany.
different.
Yeah. That wasn't a real bet. You didn't put money on that. Hi, Tiffany.
Hello, Tiffany.
Welcome.
Well,
Thank you. You were the first person to say welcome. I'm sorry, I just feel like as soon as I came in here, you immediately assumed I did not belong and that I was not a
You
gambler.
assume that. You assume
And that
in
hurts
spades.
me, okay? That hurts me. Because I'm a gambler like any one of you. I'm just as much of a gambler, and I'm willing to put all my money on the table to prove to you that I'm a gambler.
That's a sign. It's a legit sign.
this girl hits me in the heartstrings.
Tiffany, what did you bet on? Like pretty ponies or something?
No, I bet on horses, real horses. Why? What did you bet on?
Pretty ponies.
Oh,
Little pretty ponies. Who was the prettiest? It was the contest. The little girls ran, and I put money on it, and I had no more.
And guess what? We lost all of our money on Glitter Princess. Like all of us did.
This was a sure thing!
All right, Jimmy. I'm tired of you kids being bullied around and treated like you don't belong in this playground, okay? And it's time we do something about it, all right?
should I stop bringing my Barbies?
Maybe you should stop doing that. Kind of killing my inspirational moment here. You know, because they put us out here on the playground and hey guys.
Sorry, kids. That teeter-totter is a little wacky. Let me... Now it's getting box isn't quite working well.
Oh. See?
Let's put a little more sand in it.
Sand in his pocket.
There you go. That's just fine.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being treated like a 7th grade, 7-year-old, second-class citizen.
I'm tired too. And that's why I say today we do something about it.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
I don't know, but Barbie was hairbrush.
Okay. So what's our plan of action here? Are we gonna storm the office or not? I can tingle. Come on, how do you get that tingle out? Now the brush is stuck. Now the brush is stuck in there. Just take the head off, huh? Okay.
I don't have many friends.
That's what I'm talking to. You know, we can change that. We'll storm in there and be like, damn it, give us some friends. Yeah, I said, damn it. Because my mom uses that word.
What did you gonna say when she asked you where you heard it?
You?
Oh,
So, yeah. Anyways,
Sorry, guys. Sounds like this conversation's all broken. Here's some icebreakers.
Hey, it's good as fun.
Those terms sound agreeable. I can hang out with you twice a week, at least once on the weekend. I'll text you, periodically, so your friends see that people are texting you. And every now and then I will remember the things that you like. I'll bring up bands that you enjoy, and I will always bring you something for birthday. So if those terms are cool, it's going to cost you $200 per week to be my friend, or for me to be your friend, I should say. And,
Okay.
Simple as that.
Okay, now let me ask you about extra benefits. Say that, like, how do you feel about tongue kissing?
Okay. I'm sorry. I think we're dealing with the wrong contract here. So,
Oh.
fake boyfriend is a whole nother agenda there. I'm probably gonna forget your birthday. Around when you want me to. Something you can complain to your friends about.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and generally I'll be dismissive, but I will look really hot.
Interesting.
And I guarantee.
Oh, that's great. And
The fee is a little different for that. It's actually $150 a week because you're cute enough. It's cool with me. But it's still, I'm running a business here, so let's put it out there. I'm running a business, so.
okay.
I think you better, freebies for
No, I like this. I'm very interested.
All right.
Very, very interested.
Well, okay then. We can start with a trial period, like a month or two.
Okay.
And after that, we can put you on a regular retainer. And then, it's much more flexible with the hours that way.
Okay, that sounds great. Now, you will, let's see, are you free next Saturday to meet my parents?
Nope.
I actually had a really bad boyfriend once, like most girls probably. He just was really bad at giving presents. Everyone has a boyfriend who's bad at giving presents, but this guy actually, it was like a protest. He was like protesting the whole idea of giving presents. And he one time got me for Valentine's Day. I was like, it'd be really nice if I could have some flowers or something. And he showed up he had flowers and he put them in a vase that was a bomb. And he gave me that as a gift. Thank you. I don't smoke weed. For Valentine's Day, he was like, girls love romantic comedies, and he bought me the movie Wimbledon. He was really bad, and he also, the one gift he bought me another protest of like I hate giving gifts, and he bought me I had gotten my first apartment, and he bought me an inflatable moose head to like put over the fireplace, and he was just like, yeah, what do you think about this inflatable moose head? And I was just like, that's awesome. That's like actually the coolest gift, and I kept it forever, and I constantly got compliments on it, and I think it kind of made him mad.
Honey, we need to get a new bed.
What's wrong with this one?
It just keeps deflating.
See, it's like a Tempur-Pedic, but it's random. So.
It is not. I'm having back problems. I can't sleep. I get up like.
I heard the noise.
Thanks, honey.
Thanks, baby. It's too much. It's stressing our whole family, and I feel like it's stressing our relationship too.
No, I don't see it that way. I feel like, John gets in on the action. We get a nice random bed every night. You never know what level it's going to be with. I just feel like you're pulling out problems where there are none, is what I think it is.
Well, I mean, think about that. John has seen too much already. He's seen too much of our relationship.
Kids will be kids. Right?
And I just feel like we haven't been intimate in a while.
Oh,
Because
is that what this is about?
Skin keeps sticking.
Is that what you know? It's hard for me to get going on this plastic. It gets hot. All right, friction burns. I don't like those. You like those?
That's why That's what I'm saying. That's why we just need a new mattress. Please, honey.
That might be.
I feel like this one isn't good enough, though. I just can't justify that. I'm sorry. It's money that I don't have.
Uh-oh, I'm rolling. I'm rolling. I can't fit it.
Pray to me.
My Heavenly Father.
Yes. I love role playing. Oh God.
Why have you forsaken me?
Oh my God, go on.
I just wanted some tenderness and some love. And
You're making me pray to you.
And I love you, Father, Son, Holy Ghost.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Best role play ever. All right, now give all these Christian guys.
Well, it's been a long time since someone asked me to tell you how that moose head got on the wall.
It's just a very interesting piece.
Well, it's a long and complicated story.
I got about half a beer. Give me what you got there, Brad.
See, a long time ago, there was a hunter that came up amongst these parts. Theodore Reginald Archibald the Hunter. What a name! He was a fine, red-headed young man. Well, he came here from the east, to make his fortune.
Right.
Many did back then. And he had a puppy dog with him.
What kind of puppy dog would that be?
Well, it was like a cross between a poodle and a wolf. It was like a vicious poodle.
Wow, that is
Very vicious poodle. But they loved each other very much. They were like best companions.
Oh, okay.
And then Theodore Archibald, whatever the hell his name was.
The hunter, yes.
Yeah, this poodle Rex. Well, they crossed half of the western United States on their way over to here.
quite a trip.
And then on their way there, one day they're walking through the forest, you know, as they usually do, and they encounter Pedro, the devil deer. He was the meanest deer this side of the Mississippi. He would put other deer to shame. He would slice them just like with hooves and stuff.
That's one asshole deer.
So the Theodore and Rex they're having a standoff with the deer, right?
There's a Mexican standoff.
The Mexican standoff. The deer had a gun, the dog had a gun, the hunter had a gun. They're all pointing guns at each other.
This story gets better and better.
Yeah. So they're all pointing guns at each other, and that's when all of a sudden there's an eclipse of the moon. The eclipse of the moon in front of the sun, so all is dark. Dark. Right? So it's like an eyeballs in the dark scene from Looney Tunes.
Oh, I got like
Everyone's
those.
just running around crazy because they can't see where they are.
Right.
So they're running around with guns in the dark, and all of a sudden, someone gets shot.
Oh!
And it turned out to be the hunter. So Theodore got shot, and then he got shivved, and then he got his wallet stolen. Right? But while the deer was doing all that, his dog sneaks away, grabs the deer's gun, and shoots him in the back of the head. Oh! And then cuts off that head. And then takes the head, dances like a little jig with the head, 2 feet, nonetheless.
Wow!
Yeah, takes the head, takes the gun, takes the wallet, all that stuff. Comes up here to Oregon, founds a bar.
Oh, okay.
That's why this is called Rex Bar. And that moose deer thing, that's Pedro.
That's Pedro!
Yeah.
Ah!
I feel like you don't like it.
I love it. Trust me, I do. No, dude, I love it.
Come.
Proceed.
No, I wrote the poem for you, and I feel like you're not really,
Honey, it was fantastic.
really.
Yeah, it was so good.
Well, then say it back to me. Let's see how well you were listening.
Your eyes are like the pearly whites of Mount Rushmore.
Good.
Your back is like the hairs of the Saskatchewan Forest. There was a spelling error. Saskatchewan Forest.
Saskatchewan Forest,
And then I
right?
think you kind of brought in some lyrics from that Cisco song. You told me, that dress so scandalous, and that I know another man can't handle this. And I've been like, who's this? Looks in the eyes so devilish. Something to the beats, the hip hop pops got the cruise to the moves to connect the dots.
You do listen.
No.
Oh.
Oh, I want another kid.
Oh. That's not gonna happen.
Well, I wrote you a poem saying why we should have kids.
Fair enough. Roses are red, violets are blue. Little cliche. I'm a man. I want to fuck you.
Guilty.
Another baby. That would be great. 1, 2, 6, or 8.
Charlie Man.
I just want a family. I just want a home. I just want you to be my own. Oh, that's actually really sweet and really good. Check yes or no.
Okay, so listening. Listening is something that I am horrible at. I'm really bad at it, especially in relationships. a constant forgetter. My short-term memory is probably all of 5 seconds. So it often comes down to, what are you all doing this weekend? Oh, I don't think we're doing anything. And then that I find out we have a wedding, a birthday, a party, and then of course it's my fault because I don't listen, or I'm not told of these things. But that's another conversation. But no, I try, and I found this in what I do. I work in marketing, so I'm supposed to listen to people, and I'm not really that good at that either. I'm really good at bullshitting people to think that I was listening, and I think that's the only reason I still have a job, because I'll be on the phone with like a sphere rep or something, and they'll go on and on about facts and figures and what this is doing, what that's doing. What's your opinion? Oh, I think that's great. And then there's that little hiccup where they're like, oh, you weren't listening, and then I throw something in there, and they're like, oh, okay, cool. So that's basically the only reason I'm still employed, is because I don't listen, but I'm really good at making stuff up. And I'm afraid of the day that my boss finally figures it, or anybody figures. I'm waiting for that day that somebody calls me on it, because I can see that happening where they're like, oh, I don't think you're listening to me. Say that back to me again. And I'm screwed. So yeah, I suck at listening. That's okay.
Joey, what's the matter? I'm at your great uncle's bar mitzvah. What are you doing?
Oh.
Why are you here, Joey?
Sorry, great uncle was having a bar mitzvah?
Yeah, he's having a bar mitzvah right now. What are you doing? You're not here.
I didn't know this was going on. I'm sorry.
Joey, I don't know how to tell you this right now. We might have to kick you out of the family.
Oh.
Hold on. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, Joey, we're gonna have to kick you out of the family. I'm gonna write you out of the will.
I'm sorry, what are you all doing?
We're gonna kick you out of the family. I'm writing you out of the will.
Oh. Where are you guys at?
You don't want to know. I mean, if you weren't here already, I'm not gonna tell you.
But it sounds pretty fun. What's going on, having a party or something?
Yeah. I told you, it's your great uncle's bar mitzvah.
Oh, really? He's having a bar mitzvah?
Yeah. Still of age. 60.
Have a seat.
There.
Yes. There.
Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited.
So I guess you read the rule book.
I read the rule book. I'm excited. Exciting rules about how to operate things and manage people.
Okay.
Be
All right.
managed.
And you got the orientation materials, I take it.
Watched all the videos and checked all the boxes. Signed all the papers. 401k.
I'm not gonna lie, because our last guy was a real bullshitter, okay? So I really want to make sure you have these papers in order. You do, right?
Of course I do. I'm excited about how in order they are. Alphabetical.
Take a look at those.
Okay. A little less excited by attitude.
You're really gonna put back 10% to your 401k?
Investing in the future. Corrected a typo on page 5. Little whiteout on me.
All right. Everything checks out, except for one thing. You didn't initial the bottom of page 8.
What?
I don't want to have to warn you about this again. This kind of behavior doesn't work. The last guy we had was a real bullshitter. I don't know if I told you that earlier.
I'm so sorry. And yes, you did because I was listening. But yeah, I promise this kind of mistake will never, never, never happen again.
Happened on page 9. Two missing initials. Bottom of page 8, bottom of page 9. What were you thinking? What were you doing? What was going through your head? Are you a bullshitter? Because the last guy we had here was a bullshitter. You're not a bullshitter, are you?
I'm not a bullshitter. I was watching New Girl when I filled out the papers. I was distracted by Zoe Deschanel's quirkiness. I'm so sorry.
Her quirkiness it's infectious.
It is infectious.
That's no excuse.
It's not. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. I'm so sorry. Next step. Is there gonna be a next step? Oh my God, is there gonna be a next step? I'm fired already, aren't I? Oh my God. This is the first time I've ever been fired for.
Not fired. Yes. Look through the rest of this, make sure there's no more errors. You're really gonna sign up for the HRA? The HRA, the health reimbursement account, do you realize it's a scam? You realize that's a scam put in place by the insurance companies?
I buy a lot of content solutions.
You are a bullshitter.
I take lenses and it's deductible under the HRA program. I keep my contacts moist. Or like right now, they are really dry.
One last shot.
I'm trying to be so honest, so painfully honest. Only 4 more pages to go.
Oh. You didn't wear a costume. That's unfortunate.
You didn't put that in the invitation.
No, I totally put that in the invitation. It said, come all to my costume party.
No. Why would you write it on the back?
Because you're supposed to read both sides of an invitation. Everybody does that.
God, I feel like an idiot.
Yeah, you should.
You did this on purpose. Eugene, your costume is fantastic.
Right?
It's. Look at this. It's so intricate.
I'm a transformer. And you have no costume. Every costume in there is this awesome.
Oh God. Well,
What are you, dirt? What are
I'm
you,
dirt.
Yeah.
I'm a bush woman.
You're damn straight you're dirt if you think you're getting in my costume party dressed like a hobo in a cabbage patch.
A hobo and a cabbage patch. That's an even better idea.
Where are you getting all that cabbage?
This is exactly why. This is exactly why I didn't invite you to my party. You were always out to get me.
Oh, right. When you didn't invite me to your party, and then I totally forgot to put a costume party on the front of your invitation. I wonder if those two things are connected. Bitch.
Well, this just isn't gonna work.
Oh, you're telling me. So why don't you turn your dirt-covered heads around and go back to your non-party inviting house and sit on your non-party inviting couch and be a non-party inviting loser. Wait. Stop. I'm sorry.
It just really hurt my feelings when you said
I
that.
know. I go to a dark place sometimes. I'm sorry. We're still friends, right?
Of course we are.
Look, if you want, you can come into my party as a dirt-covered woman. I'll tell everybody that you're Miley Cyrus doing something edgy.
Thank you so much, guys. We are Project Improv. If you like this, we have an entire show that we are hosting next Saturday here at 10 p.m., which day after Valentine's Day. So our show is going to feature a team of burlesque dancers who are going to be paired up with us to do a post-Valentine's Day improv suture extravaganza. But right now, let's bring back your hosts, your headliners, Improv Anonymous.
Go downstairs, get yourself something good to us. They're a great place. Make sure you tip your waiters, waitresses really well. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Thank you. The one person was. Come on, give me a hand out for everybody else. AJ! With a little game called One Word Story. Now, this is a story we are going to tell you one word at a time. It's a fabulous story. You've never heard it before because we don't know what it is yet. You are going to tell us what it is. We need the suggestion for a story that has never been told before. Anybody?
Tale of the legendary underpants.
Tale of the legendary underpants. Sounds good to me. Once
Upon a time,
there were
a monkey that
had legendary
fingers and toes
and underpants.
Period. Sometimes he
Would wear
his underpants backwards.
because it
Looked cool to
wear it
backwards because his
underpants were
very awesome. Period.
these underpants
Were mythic and
large period
they often came
down when
he danced around
the trees
and frolicked with
the female
who also danced.
legendarily
Sometimes she cried
tears because
she didn't like
the underpants
to dance. The
dance the
dance of life.
around the
Tree. Period. Years.
past and
The monkeys aged.
gracefully
The moral of
the story
is always dance.
legendarily
We're gonna play a game called I Got Your Back, and this game is for Tom and AJ. We're gonna send the two of them out of the room. You're gonna give me two words in a moment. We're gonna put a word on each of their backs, and they're gonna have to guess the word that's on their own back. So, can I get a word from you for Tom? Sure. Can I get another word? I love it. All right, let's call them back in. We'll see if you'll bring them.
good words
Good word.
beaten to death
Feeling strong about this one. All right, and can I get a suggestion for a relationship between these two guys besides lovers?
Olympic teammates.
Olympic teammates.
really
Tell you what, it's a good thing we made it out here to Sochi.
the TV in my room has a bullet hole through it
So it just adds to the character of the experience, man. Listen, we're competing for our country. How often do you get a chance to do that?
Every 4 years.
Fair point.
That thing about them having surveillance cameras, I don't even have a surveillance camera, but there's a KGB agent in the shower.
Well, you don't have to worry about him ever seeing you. I mean, that's a good thing anyway. I mean, you're real stealthy that way.
Well, you have to be when you're in the luge.
Yeah. Too much interaction in the luge can cause too much interaction, and that's never good for anybody. Yeah.
So a lot of interaction?
Well, yes, a lot of interactions, although people never see you coming. No.
No, it's kind of like a porn star in the dark.
Wow. Kind of like a porn star in the dark from the 20s. He's still kind of around today, sort of. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, who was here and is not here anymore, but now is here, you know. They were like not here and then they're here.
Right.
They're real friendly. Or they can be scary, but they're, yeah, really.
I'm utterly confused at this point.
Really?
Yep.
Confused.
Totally.
No, well, I mean, you know, sometimes when people are confused, they make sounds like, ooh.
Coincidentally, there are other sounds that they make.
Really?
Yes.
That's the one I make when I'm confused.
Oh. Yeah. What would you say if somebody was kind of said something that shocked you or surprised you?
If somebody said, I would say,
maybe if somebody asked you a question that you didn't understand. It's going to be a long day.
I mean, listen, you've got to be, you know, more friendly, man. Sort of, you know, you got to understand, it's like, remember the porn star who nobody ever saw coming in the dark from the 20s?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, him.
Yeah, that guy, right? Remember, well, there was a time where, like, he died and nobody ever saw him again, but then suddenly people started seeing him.
So he was like a ghost? So, well, this is, the rest of it's a very short story.
All right.
Yeah, so, you know, there were, let's say these two guys having a conversation. One of them asks a question, the other one doesn't quite understand. He might have an interjection of some kind of, you know, just a short.
A question?
No, well, the question was asked, but his response was,
hell no.
coincidentally, you have to be right.
Huh, okay.
It's good that we've got those out of the way because it's almost time for us to start the competition.
Yes, it is. It is.
All right, as soon as they get that last Olympic ring done. Thank you. There it is. All right, our next game is called Gibberish Lecture. I need JD and Sari up here. Come on, JD and Sari. JD is an expert on something from a faraway land. She doesn't speak English. She speaks a language that nobody here understands. The only person who does is Saria. Saria is going to translate it for us. But what we need to know is what kind of subject that JD is an expert on.
Taxidermy.
Taxidermy? I mean, like, if there was like an inflatable moose head or something up there? No, all right, so you are an expert on taxidermy. You are giving a gibberish lecture. Saria will be translating for us. I give you gibberish lecture.
Welcome, friends, to the coffee house readings. Today we have Rosalind Chu today to give her lecture on taxidermy.
Gosh,
I had a rough childhood. My father would come in the morning and say it's time to go into the forest.
Singas tu tamas, tu tas tu pasta, kusena kupanya buta, rasilio, kunos gusta, gusto.
He had a sling that he liked to put me in. And he had a lullaby that he sang every morning. It had a rhythm to it. And he liked to do a little dance. And he taught me that dance and became good at it too. Though I hated it so much. And when we went out to the forest, he would show me how to shoot.
Gustamas, gush, posso, gish, baka, no si kapaska, chiste, kata, usana, pusera, pusera, michana, kupes tu batos.
He gave me the gun, and I didn't know what to do with it. So I pointed it at my dad. And he realized it was going to be a long day. So he took the gun from me. And he stepped back. And he stepped back.
Sana chuta, usteno, casa, ustana, Las Vegas, Utana, Ushena, Uposo, Utena, Ustena, Utana, Usena, Kana, Uchana, Utana.
He sat me down. He held my hand. He told me about his past life gambling. And it was just too much. It was too much. And he cried on my shoulder. And I cried with him.
Ska, Bobo, Chatas, Usena Puta, Usla, Ushe,
All of a sudden, we gained the courage to stop crying. We saw a nearby twig hanging, and he lifted me up, and I started swinging from it. And he handed me the gun, and I shot the deer. And it fell to the ground, and we ran over to it, and we put it on our shoulders and walked away. We took it back into the kitchen and we stuffed it and we walked away. That was it.
All right, thank you all. And next game we need JD and AJ. It's a game called Cyrano. You might be familiar with the story of Cyrano. You're going to have AJ playing Christian, who is here to woo his beloved Roxanne. But Christian's not real good with words sometimes. He's going to tell her beautiful things about her, like your eyes are like, and he can't quite find the word. And he's going to look to you all, and he's going to go, Cyrano! And you're going to tell him what her eyes are like. Now, this can be any suggestion that you want. It's not expected to be good. You might say, your eyes are like motor oil. And then Christian is going to have to justify why her eyes are like motor oil and why that's a good thing. So, I give you Cyrano.
Oh, my fairest Roxanne, it is such a treat and a delight to see you. Perhaps you would allow me to spend some time with you. see your hair, it makes me think, oh, that lovely hair, it reminds me of Cyrano.
Asphalt.
Asphalt, my love. Yes, asphalt. It reminds me of asphalt because when your hair falls under the sun, it is the hottest.
Okay, I'll take that.
Oh, my fairest Roxanne, I cannot wait to be on a date with you. When I see those lovely cheekbones.
I know.
Oh, my fairest Roxanne, those lovely cheekbones, they make me think of Cyrano.
Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese!
Cheese!
Yes! Swiss cheese! Swiss cheese, because when I see those cheekbones, I think that you and I could make a sandwich of love.
No, I don't even like cheese.
Intolerant, are you? Yes, my fairest Roxanne, when I see you, oh, when I see that lovely hand of yours, oh, my fairest Roxanne, it reminds me, it makes me think of Cyrano.
Dead puppies!
Dead puppies! Yes! 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 Dead puppies, because hands like those are a cuteness that will last forever. Certainly, dead puppies, my love. They remind me of dead puppies because, they remind me of dead puppies because with a playfulness like that, it'll bring tears to my eyes every time they leave me. Your hands remind me of dead puppies, my love. They do. And I tell you, it's a good thing because nothing in the world smells like the loving memories of childhood, like puppy birth.
Say something else.
Yes, I understand. Oh, my fairest Roxanne, when I see you and I see that beautiful smile. Oh, look at that smile. Yes. When I see that smile, it makes me think of Cyrano.
George Bush.
George Bush. Yes, Roxanne, it makes me think of George Bush because I know that to look anywhere else in the world when you are smiling would truly not be prudent.
Give me one more.
Surely, my love. Oh, my fairest Roxanne, when I see those ears, yes. Those ears, Roxanne, it reminds me of
Oysters.
Cyrano oysters. So quick on the draw there. I appreciate that, yes.
Oysters.
Yes. Because your ears receive words of love like oysters spark actions of love.
Okay. That was kind of nasty.
All right. So what we got up next? Oh, up next, we have Good, Bad, and Ugly. All right. It's a great little game we have 3 people up here. I will be good, Aaron will be playing bad, and Tom will be ugly. And so what we need from you are questions. Just ask us whatever you want to ask. If you need advice on something, we're here to answer it. I will give the best advice possible. Aaron? I mean, you can follow Aaron's advice if you want to, but I don't suggest it. And then Tom, if you follow Tom's advice, someone is going to jail, okay? So we've got good, bad, and ugly. So in order to get this game going, what we need from you are just some advice. Anybody need some advice on anything?
What do you give somebody who has everything?
What do you give someone who has everything? So glad you asked that. We have Valentine's Day coming up, right? So you've got to figure out how you're going to give someone something who has. So what you do is you look at that person's life and you reflect on the things that they love. I mean, if someone loves rock climbing, then perhaps you could give them a trip to a rock climbing place. Or maybe, just maybe, they like to do little artsy-fartsy things. Get them a gift certificate to a fabric store. They can go and they can make themselves little fabric doodads. It'd be lovely. All you have to do is think about what a person likes, and no matter if they have everything, they can never have too much of what they like.
Yeah, the person that has everything already, that therein is your problem. So what you need to do is go to this person's house and clean it out. Go in and basically make a bunch of garbage bags, take them on down to the Goodwill, and then that way next week when you ask them, what can I get you, the answer's going to be everything.
Ma'am, I don't think you realize the opportunity that you're missing here. What you give the person who has everything is a call from your divorce lawyer, because then you will have half of everything.
I guess better call Saul is our last day. All right. Now to keep this game going, we need another piece of yes. Go ahead, sir.
Toilet paper, roll from the top or pull from the bottom?
So now you want advice on how to pull it, or
Yeah, should the paper come over the top of the roll so you're
you want a
pulling it
definitive
down?
answer?
Yeah, just which way should you put the toilet paper?
Well, listen, I've got the perfect advice for you. Listen, this is the way you have to do it. You have to understand how everyone in the house likes it, okay? If you're an over-the-top person, then you just simply keep it over the top. But if someone else in the house is an under the bottom, well, then they've got to bring it under the bottom. Well, now you both live in the same house. What are you going to do?
My question.
This is the way. On Sundays, it's over the top. Mondays, it's under the bottom. And you just alternate thusly. And then you alternate every other Saturday so that it's everybody's day and it's equal time shared.
I can tell you're probably one of those guys that when you go to somebody's house, you use the last bit of toilet paper and then you don't even bother to change out the roll, right? Okay, so what I like to do with people like that, basically whenever my boyfriend gets it wrong, by the way, it's over, not under. I like to hide the toilet paper, and therefore he has to come to me. He can't come to me because he's already in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has to yell to me from the room for a roll of toilet paper, and then he learns his lesson. He doesn't do it again.
You, sir, are clearly one of those people who just has a lot of uptown kind of problems. If that's what you're worried about, I think you need to reflect on your life a little bit. I grew up in the hills of eastern Kentucky where all I had was a wooden box to go in the shit in. All we had to wipe our ass with was a corn cob first and then some magazines to dry it up with. And you're thinking, oh, is it over? Please give me a break.
I think what we learned there was that even if you can't afford toilet paper, you can always afford magazines. One more, I think we'll get one more piece of advice here that you need. Right back there.
How should I save for retirement?
How should you save for retirement? All right, I'm glad you asked that, sir. The best way to save for retirement is to keep this principle in mind. Slow and steady wins the race. Easy Stevie. Don't rush it, easy peasy. Okay? You keep that in mind. So you start, whenever you start, just start slowly. Just, as a matter of fact, you can just take $1 a week, put it in. At the end of the year, you've got $52. It's compounded by interest, and then that'll compound by interest. And in like 7 years, you will have doubled that money. It will be $104. So just take your time, go real easy, and I promise you will have saved enough to retire, even at that pace.
I don't believe in banks. I don't believe in 401ks or stocks or anything like that. What I believe in are guns. And I think you need to go to Walmart and get one. And then you take it to a bank, you hold up the bank, you take their money, you dig a hole in your backyard and you put that money there. Boom, retirement.
Sir, you look like you're in your sexual prime, and that's a good thing for this plan. Now, there are a lot of older women out there with lots of money who do not have husbands and are looking for some love. You might try going to Florida. Branson, Missouri is also another good place to go. But even around here, maybe some nursing homes or something. Go there, find you one that still maybe has some of her teeth, or not, depending on what you're into. And, hey, don't knock until you've tried it. So, you find one and then you make her think that you're really a nice guy, you love her, you're into her, whatever, all that, romantic bullshit. You know how to do it, you've seen the movies. Get her into marriage, then you're going to have a disposal issue, okay? Sometimes these old ladies hang around longer than you planned. You might outsource this. Craigslist is a good way to do that. Some poisoning, maybe. They usually catch on to that one, though. I suggest just smothering with a pillow. Either way, you're going to find yourself suddenly inheriting a lot of money you're not going to have to worry about saving, because if you run all of that money out, you can do it again.
Thank you guys for this wonderful advice, and so much clear advice on how to kill old women. And that's it for Good, Bad, and Ugly. Thank you guys.
Up next, we've got One Voice Interview. We need Surya and Aaron and AJ. You actually were supposed to announce them, but that's all right. I'll do the interview.
Okay.
All right, this is One Voice Interview. Now, what we're going to have, the two of them are actually one person. I'm going to be giving an interview with them. They are going to be an expert on a subject again, but they have to answer in one voice. That's the trick. But what I need first is to know what subject are they an expert on?
Creationism.
Historically and observationally.
Yes. Alrighty, I'll give you One Voice Interview. Alright, so tonight we're here to have a little question and answer session with an expert on creationism. Now, we are here, what was your last name? Was it Ham? No, Bacon. Bacon, that was it. It was Bacon, yeah. Christina Bacon, and she is an expert on creationism. So, thank you first for coming to the show. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. We love having people like you on. It gets a lot of laughs. So tell me, how long have you been into creationism?
I was born in creationism.
That seems to be the case very often. So I know you've been with it for. When did you really start your in-depth study?
Well, I've always known that dinosaurs and men lived at the same time. Ever since I had those picture books from my grandmother.
So your grandmother was really who got you interested in it at heart.
Definitely was her.
That's good. So I'm assuming that you've done a lot of reading of the Bible. There's not a lot more source material there. So I'm assuming that that's where you've gotten most of your information?
Yes, the Bible is close to my heart. I sleep with 5 copies.
5? Wow, that's a dedication that I've not heard of. I've never slept with 5 of anything. So, tell me, I know that you do a lot of traveling around the world. What kind of response do you get in foreign countries when you tell them about your beliefs?
Well, first of all, I like to bring blow-up dinosaurs with me everywhere. And I thought if that works as an icebreaker, then we all and we together.
And what kind of response do you get from that?
Mixed.
I see. That's very interesting. So I know that you've been writing a book. Could you tell us the title of that book?
The man that lives close to your heart. The man that created you.
I see. It's been getting some mixed reviews, I know, but you've got it up for sale on your website. Would you mind popping your website a little for us there?
Sure, of course. www.dinosaursanmenweretotally-here-at-the-same-time.com.
And just to clarify, that's non-hyphenated. Now, I've seen the commercials for the book. They're wonderful. The jingle, that's what really gets me. I love the jingle. I was hoping that I could get you to sing it for us.
Sure, I really want to hear it.
Yes.
I wake up every day and I say, I was born this way. I was born this way. I was born this way. You were born this way too. You were born this way. Just the way you are.
I know, that's what my mom told me. Well, I want to thank you for coming on tonight. That was wonderful. Is there any closing words that you have for our listeners?
Yes. At the end of this program, if you call the 1-800 number, you get 20% off at the Creationism Museum.
And what's that 1-800 number?
1-800-522-977.
Tonight, tomorrow, or next week, we'll have alien abductions. Thank you. Last game that we are going to be doing alone is called What Could Possibly Go Wrong? And here it is, Maria. Come on. Now, what we're going to do with this game, two of you are going to start a scene, just normal scene, and everything's going to be just fine. Then things are going to start going wrong. Every now and then I will tell them to freeze, and we will have a new catastrophe that has happened, and they have to act as if that catastrophe and all of the ones before it are going on. The first thing that I need is a suggestion for where they are, a location that might fit up here on the stage.
Jungle.
The jungle. Yes, a stage-sized jungle. So, take it away, Aaron and Serena.
You got my net that I gave you?
Yes.
Okay.
Ready.
You ready for this?
I'm always ready for everything.
See that bird?
The pretty one with the blue stripes?
Yes. Just like that.
Freeze! What could possibly go wrong?
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea!
Okay. It's possible I shouldn't have drank the water from the Nile.
That water?
That was really thirsty.
I told you not to drink that water.
Just don't look at me from behind. It's hideous.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Freeze! What could possibly go wrong now? Fire ants! Fire ants!
Oh no! There's a burning sensation in both places. Fire ants everywhere! Oh my god! Oh, I think if we're just... Oh yeah, blow! Do me!
Freeze! If you can. What could possibly go wrong now?
An eclipse.
There's an eclipse!
Oh, it's too bright.
I still feel it, but I don't see it.
I feel like it kind of just took me away, my breath.
Oh, that's an ant.
I don't want to contaminate the forest. It's really dark.
Oh, now it's on.
Freeze! What could possibly go wrong now?
Oh my God! It's oh my feet doesn't feel so good. Oh.
I think I can do it with one arm. I can go on.
You can go on?
I can do it.
You can
live. I can do this.
Yeah, this is great. Oh God, I'm sorry.
Freeze! What could possibly go wrong now?
Bad breakup.
Oh!
Wait, my phone's going off. Son of a bitch! Somebody broke up with me!
I thought you were a lesbian.
It just didn't.
I'm so sorry. I don't know how to handle this because I thought you were. No, I don't know what to do right now. I thought this whole time I didn't know.
I didn't know you kind of.
I mean, yeah, I thought we were together.
Oh,
This whole time.
this is awkward.
Love disease. That I thought you were in love with me, but you aren't.
It's the Nile River water.
It's the leprosy.
Freeze! One more! What could possibly go wrong now?
Move Nazis.
What was yours?
Tsunami.
Tsunami! There's a tsunami coming!
I'm pretty sure that's a lot of water.
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
It's coming.
hold your breath and go under.
And that's the scene! Thank you! We're gonna get Project Improv to come back up again! A big hand for Project Improv! Alright, we're gonna play a little game called String Scene. Now, we're gonna have two people that are gonna start a scene together, and whenever anybody else in the back row gets an idea from that scene, they're just gonna come in and start a new scene. That's all it is. It's a nice little fluid game. Who wants to start? Okay, all right, that's right. We need a suggestion to start the scene with.
Give me a name.
It's not going back in my mouth.
Anything to start with. Just a word, anything.
Sailors on a submarine.
What?
Sailors on a submarine.
Sailors on a submarine. Take it away.
Yo ho ho ho, we're on a submarine.
I'm sorry.
I love the Navy.
I forgot I was emotional. I told my dad I was going to be a real man and submarine, but
You're a submariner.
I can't even sail underwater. I don't.
Not every submariner sings, I've noticed. It's only me, actually.
Are you sure?
I'm getting my ass kicked for it.
I mean, what can I do? I don't sing, and I don't think
You're
diarrhea.
really good at shooting torpedoes. Shoot a torpedo, Tabby. Shoot a torpedo.
Alright, so thank you for joining the Singing Pirate Crew. Now we're going to go out here and we're going to find some people and terrorize them, but rather than take their stuff, we're going to do show tunes.
That sounds fabulous.
Now, we got you. I like the birds you got on your shoulder there. And go there, Judy. Alright, so I know you're going to audition, so let's see, what's the best thing you got?
I got music.
You're fired!
No.
Alright, yeah, wait, it's a very small crew. It's hard to find pirates who do show tunes. I don't know why. Alright,